This is Team S.K.Y!
Woo!
We're back again with special guest Annjelife.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
And so my name's Isha.
I'm Sean.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Kenson.
Today we're gonna start off with some questions for our special guest, and it's just gonna be kind of an open conversation. We're just gonna be asking her different questions. So I'm just gonna start off with, when did you get started with cosplay?
Cool. I always love telling the story because it started pretty much senior year of high school. I had like this legacy of like winning the like costume contest at school. And then I was like, oh, it's my senior year, right? And I had a group of girls doing it every year with me. But then the last year they were like, oh, we don't really want to do cosplay anymore. And I was like, okay, so I'll do it myself. And that's when Korra came out. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a Korra cosplay. Like I've never made, you know, an anime character before.
For a second I thought you said like Korra, like the dancing Korra.
Like dancing?
No!
Like, no, Angela, I didn't know you dance! What the heck?
I wish!
But Isha dances!
Yes, I do!
So yeah, then senior year I was like, oh, I want to be Korra, right? And that's when I first ran into the term cosplay because I went to the Anime Expo that year. Yeah, and that was like 2013.
Oh, okay, so not too long. Not too long.
Not too long ago. And then
5 years ago.
like, I know, right? It's crazy.
Long
And so I think that was the first time I like learned what a gathering was, and I learned what cosplaying with like other people was like. So it was really fun. Yeah, Korra was my first cosplay.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay. You made that like cosplay yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow.
It was cool. I actually got a lot of help from this girl. Her name was Sheila Santa Maria. She's from my Kosu. They're like cosplaying couple now. And then like I was telling her, just like, hey Sheila, did you know you're like the reason I cosplay? Because she helped me a lot.
So nice.
Yeah.
Oh that's great.
Hey,
Wow.
Isha,
Yeah.
you know, you're the reason why I did this.
Don't lie to me.
Oh!
I'll take you, Sean.
You don't even know. Sean's like dance goals right here. Fashion goals right here. Don't lie to me
Sing,
like
that
this.
pink aesthetic, you know.
Up to date, have you had any or particularly favorite cosplays that you've done?
The one I think of the most is like this huge daisy ball gown that I did.
Oh yeah, I saw your picture.
Yeah,
no, that
so
was
good.
great. That
Yeah.
was, I really love that. It was amazing. Like I was like, how did you make all the like this? There's like a what'd you call it?
A hoop skirt.
Yeah, the hoop skirt. That's right. Did
was
you
a-
make that too?
It was a 3-tier hoop skirt and I
my
did.
God.
Yeah.
God.
And because I had to like fully make it because that year it was for Anime California in 2016. It was just last year. It was the last one. And then they asked me to be a judge. And that's why I was like, I had to bring like my A game, you know?
And
And
then
then-
like, I'm whipping out Daisy.
Yeah. It was for like this masquerade ball, and then all the entrants had to be like ball gowns.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like I'll do it, and you know I'm a judge, so I have to like
okay.
prove why I'm a judge. So
Is
Yeah,
it heavy to wear around?
it was really heavy.
gosh.
It was around like just holding it was around 11 pounds.
11 pounds?
Yeah.
It's
Right?
like a workout walking
like-
around.
It
You're like,
was.
"Ooh, yes.
It is.
The metal, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a metal hoop skirt. I had really great handlers, so.
Oh, that's
like,
good.
my
You know,
sister-
handlers are so important. Shout out to the handlers!
My sister, I love you.
Like this past year, you blew up and you've grown. I mean, you were always amazing,
Yeah.
always amazing, killing the game. But especially last year, I feel like you just like
Yeah,
went to
she
this whole
soared.
next level.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Bro, at what point did you feel like this is it? Like cosplay is me. I am cosplay. This is what I want to do. This is where I live. This is what I breathe.
Oh my gosh, there's so many moments like that. When you like meet somebody and they're just like so inspired by you. They're like, you're amazing, blah blah blah. Like you like inspired me to do this and this. I think it's those little moments that I really feel like, yeah, this is what I do.
definitely.
But nothing is quite like when you meet the little kids.
You know, oh my gosh,
you know,
I feel you. I feel
yeah.
yeah.
When they like me and they're just like, Daisy, can I hold your hand or something? You know, I'm just like, oh my god, I love it.
I remember I was on like Anime Impulse actually, and then I was Victoria. Was it? No, I was Sailor Venus, and
Yeah.
like some little kid came up to me and was like, oh, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, you're so cute.
Right? And they really believe that
Yeah.
like you're the character, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like not a facade for them anymore. And I think that's like when I feel like, oh man, like I love doing this.
Yeah, you like feel like a Disney princess. Almost.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like magical. And you're like,
The magical schoolgirl princess.
transformation.
That actually like explains a lot because in high school we did like this charity called like Princesses with Purpose.
Oh.
And it was like a charity event where you dress up as Disney characters and I like loved that.
That's what. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be like really fun actually to pretend to be like a Disney.
Yeah, I was Lilo and I was like the 16-year-old girl and I was like Lilo, like really short girl. Yeah, and we visit like hospitals and stuff.
Oh.
What does cosplay like mean to you since you want to pursue do this full time? You know?
Yeah.
And that's such goals for a lot of people.
You know, honestly, I took the time to like reflect on like why I started and all that because you're right, Patreon is like such a huge step and you can get sometimes lost in like the fame and whatever that is. So I really got back down to my roots and I remembered that I do cosplay because the passion, like you love the characters, you relate to them. They're like a part of you that you don't show every day.
Right.
So when you become them, you get to like show a side of yourself that you like don't usually show people.
Yeah.
So like when I think of as like Gamora, like I felt really badass when I was her, you know? But like you don't do that in like an office setting. So it's like you get to channel these parts of yourself and I think that's why like that's what it means to me, right? It's becoming like a full life, like that you don't get to show all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of Patreon, what's particularly difficult about Patreon that you've noticed or anything like that?
Yeah. Honestly, I get this a lot from not just me, but from like other girls that do Patreon, because we have friends that do it too.
Yeah.
But the really hardest part is finding a voice, because there's so many nowadays. Finding like your uniqueness, because what makes me different from the next like cosplay girl? What makes me different from the next one? Right. And we will all like whatever you can support the same amount of money, right? But people are really there for you. Being a personality, I think, is the most challenging part. Showing the side of yourself and
so you're not just like a picture on
exactly right. Like anyone can get like a cosplay of like Sailor Moon, right? So like, what makes me different?
Yeah, I think personality is like a great trait that I think you do have. That you know you're just like so bubbly and full of energy. But for those who don't know, she is a badass makeup artist.
Oh yeah.
Like if all her cosplays, if you look at her makeup, the detail, it's so good.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks.
What do you think that from sewing to like makeup to posing, like what do you think is like your strongest suit?
Ooh, that's hard because I feel like everything could like use work. But I would say that I really take pride in like fabric choices, I think. Like when I interpret something that's just like plain in 2D, how does that translate to real life? And it's so like technical, I guess, for someone starting out. It's like, well, why does that matter? You know? But it really makes the big difference. Like,
in photos especially, like if something looks too cheap, then it won't turn out well. It's like sometimes it's better to invest in like quality materials.
Yeah, and then that's what I thought was the difference between like Halloween costume and cosplay.
And
that was the difference.
Cosplays.
Right. Tell me about your strongest suits. Like I'm curious too.
Dancing, not dancing.
Not cosplay?
Not cosplay.
For Isha, she is such a great cosplayer. I look up to her.
I love your stuff.
Anyway,
too.
this isn't about me. This is about Annjelife. No, stop.
Can we
Don't worry.
just talk about you.
Hey man, if you wanna subscribe to my channel, I'm just kidding.
Click link in bio. You know, click subscribe.
No, honestly, I'm okay. Like honestly, I have so many like cosplay people that I look up to, like Angie included. Like she's really incredible. She's actually one of the first people that I met when I first started like doing photo shoots and whatnot, like last year.
Yeah.
She was. I met her through like a photographer, and she was just there when I was first doing it. She was like so bubbly and so nice. She was just really like incredible. She made me feel really comfortable, and I was like looking at her profile, and I was like, oh, she does all these cool cosplays and stuff, and I was like, oh.
You dance. Do you dance?
I do not.
Lies.
This is the non-dance.
Okay.
No one,
you know
like,
how
the
every
other guy-
Asian guy has this like dance phase? Like I was there, but then I hurt myself,
Like,
and then I stopped. Yeah, b-boy phase.
Oh, you were a b-boy. Oh.
I was
okay.
trying to.
Oh,
I was
okay.
practicing.
But you can bring that back though.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's go.
I have chronic back pains because of it.
Aww.
Dang, you are an old man.
No, I seriously, ever since then, it's like every
You're like
couple
going
months.
blind. You have a bad back.
Oh my God.
We have a game prepared for Angela over here. So we have a set of pictures for her, and it's people that she knows, and we're just gonna have her describe some of them, give us like little fun facts as an introduction to more cosplayers.
Woo! Hopefully I like remember everybody.
Oh.